15 celebrities who were homeless. Welcome back to our channel where we bring you the craziest and weirdest facts about celebrities. Some people have everything. They're rich, they're famous, and they're loved by everyone around them. But it wasn't this way for everyone. Believe it or not, many famous stars were once homeless and sleeping on the streets. Here are 15 celebrities who were once homeless. Number 15, Sylvester Stallone. One of the greatest actors and film producers in Hollywood history, Sylvester Stallone has inspired millions of people all over the world with his never-give-up attitude. He became famous after starring in the blockbuster movie Rocky. But before achieving his breakthrough, he had to face some rough patches in life. In fact, he was so broke at one point that he had to sell his dog for food. Number 14, Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt is a Hollywood A-lister and one of the most attractive men in the world, according to People magazine. But the Fight Club actor wasn't always this successful. In fact, he was very much down on his luck early in his acting career and was even homeless for a period. He slept on the floor of a friend's apartment and spent his days looking for work. Number 13, Madonna. Madonna is one of the best-selling music artists of all time, with more than 300 million records sold worldwide. She's also won 7 Grammy Awards and an Academy Award for her song Die Another Day. But the pop icon didn't have an easy start to life. She grew up in poverty and was homeless for a while after dropping out of college. Number 12, C. Thomas Howell. C. Thomas Howell is an American actor and director who has starred in several films and television shows, including The Hitcher and E.T. the Extraterrestrial. He was born into poverty and spent much of his childhood living in cheap motels or crashing at friends' houses. He began acting in local theater productions to escape his difficult home life. Number 11, Shirley MacLaine. Shirley MacLaine is a British actress who has starred in several films and television shows, including Downton Abbey and Casino Royale. She was born into a wealthy family, but her father lost his fortune during the Great Depression. She spent much of her childhood living in poverty and was sent to boarding school in Switzerland to escape the war in Britain. Rose McGowan is an American actress and activist who has starred in several films, including Scream and Charlie's Angels. Number 10, Eric Stoltz. Eric Stoltz is an American actor and filmmaker who has starred in several films and television shows, including Mask and Pulp Fiction. He was born into a wealthy family, but his father lost his fortune when the stock market crashed in 1929. He spent much of his childhood living in poverty and was forced to drop out of school to help support his family. Number 9, Hank Williams. Hank Williams was an American country music singer and songwriter who is considered to be one of the most important figures in the history of country music. He was born into poverty and spent much of his life touring the country, performing in bars and honky-tonks. His songs often dealt with themes of love, loss, and poverty, and he is still revered as a country music legend today. Number 8, Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey is a Canadian-American actor and comedian who is known for his slapstick style of humor. He has starred in several films, including The Mask and Dumb and Dumber. Carrey was born into a poor family, and his father was unemployed for much of his childhood. He began performing as a teenager and eventually became a successful stand-up comedian. Number 7, Halle Berry. Halle Berry is an American actress and former model who is best known for her roles in films such as Monsters Ball and X-Men. She was born in Cleveland, Ohio, and grew up in a working-class neighborhood. She began modeling at a young age and was eventually discovered by a talent scout who helped her land small roles in television shows and films. Number 6, Quentin Tarantino. Quentin Tarantino is an American film director, screenwriter and actor who is best known for his films Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction. He was born in Knoxville, Tennessee, and spent much of his childhood living in foster homes. He began writing stories as a child and eventually attended film school at the University of Texas at Austin. Number 5, Will Smith. Will Smith is a rapper, actor, and film producer who is best known for his role as the Fresh Prince in the television show The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and grew up in a working-class neighborhood. He began rapping as a teenager and soon gained a reputation as one of the best rappers in the country. Number 4, Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel L. Jackson is an American actor who is best known for his roles in films such as Pulp Fiction and Star Wars. He was born in Washington, D.C. and spent much of his childhood living in poverty. He began acting in high school and soon became one of the most respected character actors in Hollywood. Number 3. Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor was an American comedian and actor who was considered to be one of the greatest comedians of all time. He was born in Peoria, Illinois, and spent much of his childhood living in poverty. He began performing as a teenager and soon became one of the most successful stand-up comedians of the 1970s and 1980s. Number 2. Walt Disney. Walt Disney was an American entrepreneur, animator, voice actor, and film producer who is considered to be one of the most successful entertainers of all time. He was born in Chicago, Illinois, and grew up in a middle-class neighborhood. He began drawing at a young age and soon opened his own animation studio. Number 1. Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey is an American talk show host, actress, producer, and philanthropist who is best known for her talk show, The Oprah Winfrey Show. She was born in rural Mississippi and spent much of her childhood living in poverty. She began working as a news anchor at a local television station and soon became the first African-American woman to host her own talk show. That's all for today. Tell us in the comments which celebrity inspired you the most. Like, comment, and share for more videos like this.